National sports of various countries. For every country in the world, sports hold a special place in their culture and often indulge a sense of pride in its people. You must have heard about national sports. Every country has its own national sports that they have been playing and cherishing over the centuries. In today's video, we will take you through some of the popular national sports of various countries across the globe. So let's get into it. Before we go on, don't forget to click like and subscribe for more content of amazing facts. Number 1. Football, Brazil. The popular sport football is the national sport of Brazil, and you might have some confusion between soccer and football. Actually, it's the same. The people of the United States refer to football as soccer. On numerous occasions, we all have witnessed the love of Brazilians for football, and the country has produced some of the greatest footballers of all time. Brazil has also won the FIFA World Cup 5 times, unlike any other country. Number 9. Rugby, New Zealand. Next on the list we have rugby. And when we mention rugby, New Zealand is the country that comes to our minds. This is because rugby is widely regarded as New Zealand's national sport. The infamous All Blacks represent this passion for rugby and pride of the country. They have won the Rugby World Cup 3 times to date. Number 8. Baseball, United States. For well over a century, baseball has been a part of American culture. The national sport of the United States, baseball is no doubt a joyful sport and entertaining pastime activity. Across the globe, many countries have numerous professional baseball teams that surely bring spark to the match. The World Series is the culmination of each season where the best teams compete for the championship. Number 7. Lacrosse, Canada. Ever heard about lacrosse? This amazing game is the national pastime of Canada and is an indigenous game that has become an integral part of Canadian culture. Canada announced lacrosse as a national sport in 1994. Lacrosse involves 2 varieties, field and box, and the country has teams that compete in both versions of the game. Number 6. Cricket, Bahamas. It won't be wrong to say that cricket is almost an obsession in Bahamas, and it is widely regarded as the country's national sport. Bahamas has a rich history with cricket, and the country is home to one of the most lucrative and highly anticipated cricket tournaments in the world. Number 5. Elephant polo, Thailand. Believe it or not, elephant polo exists in Thailand and is known as the country's national sport. Yes, as the name suggests, this sport is played on elephants, a most unusual form of transport for field sports. This one is new for me as I have heard about horse polo, but riding on an elephant and tackling with a ball sounds like a big task. Elephant polo has become a popular spectator sport over the years, with matches attracting both locals and tourists. Number 4. Hockey, Pakistan. Next, we have the national sport of Pakistan, which is field hockey. Back in 1948, field hockey was defined as a national sport of Pakistan a year after the country got independence. Pakistan Hockey Federation is the official organization that links with the performance of the national hockey team of Pakistan. Although hockey is the national sport of the country, cricket still manages to gain popularity among Pakistanis. Other renowned sports in Pakistan are football, squash, and polo. Number 3. Volleyball, Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka declared volleyball as its national sport back in 1991. The game of volleyball was introduced to Sri Lanka back in 1916. Mr. R.W. Kamak was the one who introduced the sport in Sri Lanka. Kamak was then director of physical education at the Colombo YMCA. The Volleyball Federation was formed in 1951. Water sports, badminton, athletics, football, basketball, and tennis are some other sports that are pretty popular in Sri Lanka. Number 2. Pato, Argentina. Next on the list we have the national sport of Argentina, which I bet many of you won't have heard of. Pato was defined as a national sport of Argentina in 1953. And Argentina is world famous for football, soccer, and polo, but the game that since 1953 has been enshrined in law as the country's official national sport is somewhat less well known. The name of the sport, pato, means duck in Spanish. Although it has nothing to do with racing birds, and the sport is more adrenaline-fueled than its name actually suggests. Number 1. Tejo, Colombia. Tejo was defined as a national sport of Colombia back in the year 2000. When it comes to sports, Colombia reflects to be a typical South American country. Their national sport is called Tejo, which is basically a team sport which is played by launching projectiles to a target. Like many other countries, Colombia has a lot of love for football, although it's not their national sport, but Colombians are obsessed with it. As we all can agree on the point that national sports represent a country's identity and cultural heritage. And that's not all about cultural representation, but national sport is also a symbol of the country's values and ideals. It plays a vital role in bringing people together in shared passion and love for their teams. It's actually quite fascinating to see the diversity in national sports worldwide and how they impact various cultures. That's all about today's video. Hope you liked watching it. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon.